I have a new member of my family. He is a Jack Russell Terrier that I got from a rescue slash shelter. And I got him in part because, well, dogs are wonderful, but also I got him because I have a real rat problem in the garage and I don't want to use traps. I don't want to use mechanical traps because years ago I used some for mice, and a few times it happened that the trap would, that I would find it all the way across the room and the mouse had been trapped and then dragged itself all the way across the room before it died. And it's like, I'm not going to do that again. That's horrible. I'm certainly not going to use poison. And I tried using the electric traps, but rats are smart enough that they killed one rat and then none others ever went in. So they were smart enough to figure that out. I don't like any of that anyway. So I got this dog from rescue, so win-win for everybody. And it's been a couple weeks now, and he's getting more and more used to the place. And we had this thing happen about a week ago that was pretty fun, that all three dogs were outside and I was bringing them in, and all of a sudden, Tony, that's the name that he got from the shelter. All of a sudden, Tony took off as fast as he could and ran under the car. And then he is so excited. He's just zipping all through, I got the books out in the garage, just zipping all through the books, and he's zipping through the wood pile, and he's going absolute crazy. And there's a couple of things about this. One of them is that, I teach writing classes, and I was thinking, I use this as an example of what happens when you find your voice, that this is what Tony was literally born to do, is to chase rats. And I've had a couple dogs in my life who had some retriever blood in them, and I would throw tennis balls for them or something, and they would get all excited and love playing with that. And I've had, most of the dogs I've had in my life have not been retrievers. And if I throw a tennis ball, they'll trot over to it once, look, smell it, go, this isn't food, what are you doing? And similarly, Eiley and before Barry, when she was alive, they're Shelties, and they love to herd. So I've gotten nipped on my calves many times by these dogs, and it's pretty funny. Eiley loves to nip at Hercules, who's an Anatolian Shepherd, when they're going outside, and it's just what we're born to do. There's a wonderful Greek term, eudaimonia, which is often translated as happiness, but it really means fittingness. And where it comes from is, in this particular story, after you die, you spend 100 lifetimes being treated as you treated others. And then right before you come back, you are given a task that you're supposed to do here. And then you drink an elixir that makes you forget it. And your job here then is to remember what your task is and do it. And Tony walking through the garage smelling rats, that's eudaimonia. He suddenly got what he was supposed to do. So that was one part of the story, is just, finding what you do, finding what you were born to do. And high jumping was that way for me, that I was born to high jump. I was not born to be a shot putter or javelin thrower or anything, but I was born to be a high jumper. Anyway, and it brought me great joy. Anyway, so the other part of the story that's very interesting is he is not caught any rats yet, but the rat population has dramatically decreased. And it didn't take me long to think about this, but rats are smart, and it made me think about the neighborhood watch list, neighborhood email list, that they will often send out notes saying, oh, there's a mountain lion out, keep your children inside, or there's a bear outside, don't go outside. And, as you know, I see bears all the time. I'm not afraid of bears. I'm not afraid of mountain lions. But people have come to visit me who have said, I'm not going to walk through the forest. There's a bear out there. It's terrifying. And so just think about, the rats had the same story. It's like, yeah, there's this big dog and there's this this herding dog and we don't care about them. But then this rat killer comes in, is like, everybody find out that, you know, send out the news that there's a rat killer in town. And I was thinking, how would I feel? Because I'm not worried about bears, because bears kill one person every 2 years in North America, but black bears. But if there was, you know, humans don't really have a lot of predators. But, oh, well, here's a great example is sharks. You know, sharks have a terrible reputation, but they don't deserve it. Sharks kill very, 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 very few humans. Nonetheless, after I saw Jaws when I was a teenager, even when my family would go to the ocean, I would not get in the ocean because I was terrified of sharks. Again, completely unfairly, but that's the power of predators. And so this is currently the power of Tony to simply, this tiny little dog, all he does is walk through the garage and the rats tremble and flee.